So anyways, that's the story of TikTok. Regardless of whatever's going to happen, 60% of people are fine with 60% of people are fine with AI.
Reviews are now becoming essential to business growth.
Hi, I'm John Timmerman, and I'm currently hopped up on candy corn.
I'm Rob Shauger. Rest in peace, 007.
And I'm Cutri, and I have a terrible short-term memory.
And we are the co-founders of the No Bull Company. What's up, Buzz Nation? Welcome to I'm a Little Buzz, coming to you from inside Syracuse Studios. Syracuse is Syracuse's newest co-working space, combining creativity, community, and comfort. Check them out at syracuse.com. This is the show where we bring a ridiculous amount of life to business while sharing beverages and stories that get us buzzed. Today, we're sharing some Death Wish coffee because we have a death wish.
I don't have a death wish.
It punches us in the face. Today's show, we're talking about business trends worth paying attention to in 2021. We're heading into 2021.
Thank God.
So we're all business owners, entrepreneurs, thinking about starting our side hustles here. So what do you need to be paying attention to? These things could be opportunities for you in your side hustle. They could be your industry, so pay attention. Now is the time for the sippy sip, but first, cheers to life, love, lots of laughter, and laughing hysterically at somebody's joke, even though you didn't understand the punchline at all. That one got me right here. All right, see you later.
Happens all the time.
Yeah. All right, Al, what's the sippy sip?
Sippy sip. Everybody knows what it is by now. I'm not going to explain it. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Boys. Bagel bites.
Crunchy.
Delicious.
Oh,
Did you look ahead of time?
Huh?
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, you came out real hot with that one. Crunchy. Circumcision.
Ouch.
Ouch. Wait, let me do a different one.
Yeah, you
I
can't.
felt that one a little bit.
Yeah. Circumcision.
Trip.
No, try again.
I mean, that's the first thing that popped into my head. That's
Circumcision.
Ouch.
Ouch! I can't get it out of my head now.
How about snip the tip?
Actually, you know, the first thing that popped in my head was necessary.
Oh,
That is
dude,
literally
that's your only thing.
built into my head.
That's your next tattoo. Necessary.
I can't, it's a necessary
Right
tattoo.
above your
Anyway,
Sorry.
navel.
it's clearly that word gets you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I might leave it. I might cut it out. Sweet potato fries.
Yum.
Delicious.
RuPaul.
Show.
What?
Crop dusting.
Fart.
Rob, come on, bro.
He came out hot. but
You
now
came
he's
out
showing.
hot. Now where did he go?
Crop dusting.
Can't just repeat the word.
Really grinded the
Airplane.
Crop dusting. Doing it right now.
Airplane.
I wish he just was like, what is that noise you made earlier? I wish you just were like,
Oh, yeah. There you go. Back hair.
shave it.
Braid it.
Ooh. Bro.
His was way better.
Austin Powers.
Shag me, baby.
I was just going to talk in an Irish accent. He's
Go
not
ahead.
Irish.
You know what? It doesn't matter.
Actually,
That's what this is.
I was actually going to say,
This is this fucking disaster.
I was going to say shiver me timbers. And then I'm like,
What?
And then I said I was going to talk in an Irish accent. It's not Irish at all.
Have you ever seen Austin Powers?
Arr, shiver me timbers.
I was picturing him in the hallway in the golf cart going back
Yeah.
and forth, and I couldn't
Oh
put
my
that
God.
into words.
This is a
$1,000,000.
This is a dumpster fire of a sippy sip.
I couldn't put it into words.
I'm not doing. I'm not using this at all. Sex toys.
Forbidden.
Yes.
Albert. Can you tell Al's?
What the fuck are you guys doing?
By the way, there's a if you go onto Instagram and you do the swipe up for your stories, there's a graphic that actually says yes.
Yeah.
Can you put that
Weighted blankets.
Comfortable.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the best in the winter.
The Greeks.
The Chinese.
Like salads?
No, the people. You're so uncultured. You mean like the salad? Like
Yeah.
Paul Newman?
Oh my God, I love those.
the Greeks as a people.
Yeah, I'm a little jealous. Oh, I mean, not of their economy or anything right now, but like, but like they're beautiful people, aren't they? Wait, are you Greek? No, no, you're Italian.
Like, what is happening today?
They really are beautiful people. If
Okay.
you're Greek out there, you are beautiful.
Okay.
And if you're other, you're beautiful also.
Yeah, this is great. This is the best show ever. No one's gonna get offended.
Why?
No.
I called Greeks beautiful.
Yeah.
You get offended that I just called you beautiful.
No, I mean.
Stop listening to this podcast.
Oh my gosh. All right. Well, you know what? We're done. We're done.
I knew the day would come when I spray the coffee.
Yeah.
Where? I don't know where we are.
Yeah, that was good. That was a successful sippy sip in my eyes.
The Greeks. The salads? Wait, are you Greek?
All right, might have to cut out some of this laughing. 'Cause
Well, I'm not posting any of the show. Oh,
What?
my doctor's calling again.
You have to.
Great.
The test earlier, false
test
alarm.
earlier, false
yeah, you're
alarm.
screwed.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, so today we'll start talking about the actual topic, which is business trends worth paying attention to.
Oh boy.
I can't recover from this.
Yeah, that was good. That was good. So we're going to talk about some major trends going on. Listen, we're in the middle of COVID, pandemic, shaking up a lot of business industries, things, humans, all of us. We're all shaken up a bit. But if you're a small business owner, you're an entrepreneur, you need to pay attention to some of these things. So I'm going to kick it off with one of the bigger trends in my world, the marketing world, which is TikTok. Some of you out there are like, shut the fuck up about TikTok. But no, I can't because it's important.
Didn't it get banned?
Nope.
Never happened.
Nope. I mean, there's still a chance it could get banned, but it keeps getting like postponed, the date that it has to have. So here's what happens, everyone. So TikTok, owned by a Chinese company called ByteDance, and the Trump administration put some sort of thing on them saying that in 45 days you have to be the majority owned by an American company, or else we're going to ban you in the U.S. By the way, they were banned in India also for 2 weeks, and for a different reason.
Yeah.
The Indian government thought like it was just going to be like sex and like naked people everywhere,
And they were opposed to that?
and
So they quarantined him for 14
quarantined
days?
them. Yeah, sterilized them.
That's the way it goes.
And they made some sort of deal. So in the U.S., they keep postponing it to like giving them another review and giving companies like, who's been in the swing? Microsoft, Walmart.
Not Google. Not Google.
Microsoft and Walmart were going to partner
To buy it.
to buy
Right.
it. There was another one I can't think of now. Oh, Oracle. Oracle actually got approved, and then something happened. So anyways, that's the story of TikTok. Regardless of whatever's going to happen, it's massive. And in the marketing world, when a new platform comes up, the same shit happens every time. The older generation is like, oh, that's my fucking daughter's on there, my son's on there. Like, that's not for us. Like, we don't need to pay attention to that.
Mm-hmm.
And then it starts to creep up. It starts to age up, right? And so now the teenagers are using it, which means then the 20-year-olds want to use it because they want to be cool, because that's the next thing. And then the 30-year-olds want to use it because they want to be relevant and cool. And then the 40-year-olds want to use it because their kids are using it. And that's exactly what's happening with TikTok. So currently we have anywhere between 80 to 100 million U.S. users, depending on who you believe, but that's generally the daily active users, which is a crazy number. That means 80 to 100 million people in America are daily logging into TikTok. That's a very high number. Ages between 10 and 19 is about 33% of those people are between 10 and 19, so those are the teenagers. 30% is 20 to 29, which means it's starting to catch up. And by the way, 20 to 29 is one of the more important demographics if you care about any sort of business in the consumer world at all. Those are the ones that are trying to fit in, as we've talked about in this podcast. And those are the ones that are going to go and make buying, purchasing decisions and life decisions based on what they see on platforms like TikTok. The teenagers, they don't hold a lot of weight. They don't buy stuff. Or if they do, it's not at scale, right?
Right.
So 30% are are 20 to 29. 17% is 30 to 39, so that's like you and I. And then 14% is 40 to 49. That's a pretty significant number. That shows that it's aged up. So TikTok, if you're in a consumer business and you, by the way, I don't want to be on TikTok. I don't even want to look at it. I don't want to pay attention to it.
I can't. I tried.
What happened?
But to be relevant.
Dude, it's so much work.
Yeah.
Like, it's so much work. It's a full-time job creating content.
Oh, for the
TikTok.
content, not to watch it.
Oh, yeah, I'll scroll all day. But at the same time, I haven't done it. I was real hot with it, and now I'm just like, it's exhausting. Like,
Yeah.
it's truly exhausting. Mental drain.
It's hard. It's not like your normal Instagram where you just sort of like.
It's just benign scrolling. TikTok is, like, exhausting.
You got to
To
edit
me
the
now.
music in, like, to
Oh,
actually make
oh my
one.
gosh.
You got to,
Dude.
like, trim it.
It's God bless the people that are super successful and they, like, put out content constantly because it's, like, truly a full-time job.
Yeah, you watch TikToks.
I do.
Yeah.
When
So-
I need a 5-minute mental humor break.
So that was going to be my suggestion for people out there that don't want to dive in and don't want to actually post on it is watch it, because you will learn so much about culture and trends
Yeah.
that you can then use in your business. You could use in hiring. You can understand where the younger generation is coming from. You can figure out where they, are like, where's their attention? What are they buying? What are they posting about? So if you don't want to post on it or be active on it, at least watch it to be relevant.
Here's a question.
Shoot.
How often do you guys buy things that you make the purchase without looking at the reviews?
Never.
Always look at the reviews?
Always.
Or almost always, right?
Oh.
Always.
So when you bought all this new equipment, did you look at the reviews?
No.
I actually did.
Good.
You
I
did.
looked at the reviews on these.
No,
Okay.
Alex just pulled the trigger.
Well, so
Thanks, buddy.
So yeah.
So here's
I
why.
looked
So
at these. That's why I said to go with the
Oh, yeah.
stronger ones, because some of the other ones were like
I
broke in
mean,
2 seconds.
I very rarely look at reviews because I'm typically buying things that already have the social proof.
okay.
Like the people just told you have been
Right.
great.
Like I already know, like, hey, this is like when I go to buy something, for example, these stands right here, I literally looked up Joe Rogan's gear.
Yep.
Oh, he uses it. We should use it.
Exactly. Like if
Gotcha.
it's good enough to be on the #1 podcast in the world, I think it should be okay for us.
I don't know where your question is going, but I consider that sort of a review.
Well,
Like-
right. I don't
like you-
actually read the reviews. They're like, #1 review. Wonder what this one's about.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, I
Right.
don't give a shit.
Well, Fan and Fuel saying that, excuse me, 92% of people will hesitate to complete a purchase when there's absolutely no reviews available,
Yep.
and that reviews are now becoming essential to business growth. Like, how many times? So, John, you're in the marketing business. How does you getting for your clients or having your clients get them to get like Google reviews? Like, I'll get
A ton.
4 or 5 requests a week. Hey, can you please come and give us a review?
It's fuel,
Right.
Literally for a listing on Google, it is fuel to that business's
Right.
Google fire. If you don't have a lot of positive reviews, actually there is a study. I'm not going to mention it because I don't remember exactly who it was from, but there's a study that shows when you compare a company with 10 5-star reviews to a company with 100 3.5 or 4-star reviews, people will go to and trust the 3.5 to 4-star ones because
there's
people-
more of them.
more social proof. So
Sure.
even though it has less reviews, they'll trust that more.
Well, because everybody knows, like, 5 reviews that are 5-star. Like, that's basically like my family.
Yeah, you get your friends to
You
go and do it
guys.
for you.
yeah,
It means nothing. But
Right.
when
like
you're
who listens to this
like
podcast.
hundreds of people, even if it's a 3, yeah, right. Hundreds of people, that says something.
Right.
And
that's one of the things that's trending for next year.
get those reviews in.
Yep.
This is everywhere. So we do a lot of business on Amazon. We help companies manage their Amazon everything, and reviews are the same. It's the same there. It actually goes into the algorithm. The more reviews you have, just like in Google, the higher you will rank in a listing.
Right.
So when you go search, podcast microphone arm, if you have 1,000 4-star reviews,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to show up higher. So reviews, there's a bunch of other ones. TripAdvisor, we do those for restaurants
Yeah.
and
Right.
travel ones, so that's good.
It's the same thing with people,
What do you got anything else?
On what?
On people.
And people.
I told you my short-term memory
Here, let us help.
Al's
Oh
an
my
expert
gosh.
in. So what about like Bumble?
in terms of
Are there reviews?
easy.
Are there reviews on Bumble?
No.
You want to talk about Blue Fountain Media Study?
Yeah, I'd like to talk about that. A 2018 study by Dr. Andrew Huberman. I just made that up.
Oh, nice.
That's not true.
Okay. I thought you were really going. You were very believable.
I know. Well, entertainer.
Very believable.
No, in terms of trends, you mean, for the 2021? I think the trends are going to stay the same as they are now. They're just going to multiply by 1,000. Like anything that you would do now, you need to continue to do and go even harder in 2021. I don't think there's going to be a new trend that like pops up immediately. I think maybe there might be one towards the end of the year. But personally,
yeah, we're starting to see some like remote work, for instance, right?
Yeah.
So that came about in a massive way due to the pandemic. It was a necessary move, although it had been around. Like Good Monster's been remote for 3+ years, but the world was thrust into remote work by necessity. That's something that I think is going to stick around.
100% is
All
going
the
and increase.
Yeah, I mean, all the data is there. Here's some examples of companies that are going to remain remote for any employee that can. Certain ones can't. But so I think it's Aetna, insurance company, Facebook, Adobe, Amazon. Those are tech companies. That one's easy. Ancestry.com. Here's a couple of interesting ones. Capital One and MasterCard are both doing it. So these are, I don't know if you want to call them tech companies. They're credit card companies. Nationwide Insurance. This one surprised me a little bit. Siemens. So Siemens is like a massive, massive global energy company. There's a lot of physical stuff that goes with that, right? So like factories and manufacturing big turbine engines and shit like that.
Hospitals, medical facilities.
Yeah. So I think they what I read was up to 140 or 140,000 Siemens employees have the option to work remote 3 or 4 days a week.
Yeah.
Can you imagine
That's a big deal.
the commercial real estate investment they are saving?
Yeah.
140,000 people. I mean, so let me be clear. If they're only working remote 3 to 4 days a week, that means they have to go somewhere one day.
Right.
So maybe they're just going to keep the offices, but
Right.
if they did go completely remote, that's
It's a huge savings.
That's
That's
a
a lot
big
of
deal.
money.
I feel bad for the owner of the building, but anyway.
yeah.
Well, look at the ripple
industry's
effect
getting
of
tough.
that, right? So
Yeah.
how many things were built as a hub, right? So go back. I'm listening to a book right now on Walt Disney. So reverse engineer this. When he built Disneyland in California, he told one of his good friends, Art Linkletter, he said, hey, you should invest in the real estate
Around it.
right? Because if you do, you're going to become a multimillionaire overnight. Well,
Yeah.
Art didn't believe him and couldn't see it, but that is exactly what happened, right? So the ripple effect, and it just keeps going and going. So what's going to happen now with the real estate where these big companies like this owned major real estate, pull everybody out,
Yeah.
and what's the reverse effect of that going to be?
I want to
don't know.
see the they're talking about everyone's leaving the cities, right? And especially New York City and like LA, which is
Chicago.
happening, but that's a little bit more due to like the pandemic and civil unrest
Yeah.
and things like that for New York, for LA specifically. But what I want to see is what people are going to do if these companies, these big hubs, do allow them to work remotely, because what most people think or are talking about is that the suburbs are going to have a huge boom because people can live wherever they want now. So they're going to go find the best place in America that they want to live and the best neighborhood for their kids or whoever that they love, go hiking, go skiing, whatever they want to do. And it doesn't matter if they live in Pennsylvania or Florida or California
Right.
or anywhere, right? So it's
already seeing it.
yeah. So exactly what you're talking about. That
Yeah.
people are leaving those immediate suburbs around a hub and going to wherever they want.
And here's another thing that ties kind of in with that somewhat is, so currently millennials, based on this report, represent 50% of the workforce and are projected to represent almost 75%, right? by 2025. And if there's one thing that they say everybody knows about millennials, it's that they're tech savvy, mobile driven. And what is that doing to the company culture, and how do companies have to change what they're doing and how they communicate? That if you're going to continue to engage this growing workforce of millennials, right? What do you have to change in that? It's becoming what they call a mobile first communication, right? So Slack, we use WhatsApp to communicate with our global team in Brazil and other parts of the world, right? That they're picking up the phones. Like, it's not even the laptops anymore. They're just on the go and can do whatever from wherever.
What's up, Noble Nation? You all know that our conference is getting closer by the minute. On April 8th, 2021, we are holding Noble 2020 2.0, presented by Bankers Healthcare Group, to teach you how to get more out of life and business. We've got an amazing lineup of speakers. Gary Vaynerchuk has built a conglomerate media company, $200 million ad agency, co-founder of Vayner Sports, and a bunch of other crazy media companies. AJ Vaynerchuk, his brother, is the CEO of Vayner Sports, a new age sports agency. David Meltzer is the co-founder with Warren Lewis, Sports One Marketing, a multi-$100 million sports agency. Constance Schwartz-Marini co-founded Snack Entertainment with Michael Strahan and Aaron Andrews. I mean, these are crazy successful people that are going to teach you how they've grown their businesses. And you can get a free ticket, $250 front section ticket. All you have to do is head to empathywines.com and order 12 bottles of delicious wine and use the code NOBLE2020 at checkout. Bam! You get a free ticket. So if you love wine, it's fall. We're headed into delicious red wine season. We got red, rosé, white wine. Order 12 bottles of your favorite wine. Use the code NOBLE2020 at checkout, and you will be sent a free ticket. empathywines.com, NOBLE2020 at checkout. We'll see you there.
Have you guys seen that iCommunity with Gary Vee? He's pushing real hard.
What is it?
So basically, it's like a text platform.
Yeah. I get his text.
Platform which will become basically the new email.
Right.
I don't like now. I would much prefer a text than an email.
Shorter, right?
Shorter and
quicker,
and
easier to respond, to read.
And I pay attention. Like, emails get lost. And I don't mean, obviously I pay attention to my emails, but if somebody texts me, like, I go through my text messages and I'm like, all right, I better respond. There's something about a text message that makes me more aware of responding because it feels more personal to me.
Right.
Emails, like, you just have to, the way I see email in my mind is a pile of papers on my desk.
Yep.
That's just piled up. I'm like, oh my God, I got to go
how
through all
much
these
garbage is
emails.
in there in between your necessity emails?
So if you send me a text, I'm like, oh, hey, Linda. Like, boom, boom, boom. Text late,
You know what's bad, though, is that, so you guys have been getting political text?
I have.
I've not.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is not a good way to go. That's the bad way to use, email and text messaging for that matter, right? Like, so I signed up for Gary, so I get his texts and I read them because I signed up for him. But I get a fucking text from, Joe Smith running for county court judge, who's like, hi, I'm Joe Smith, and I would love for your vote. I'm like, fuck you, delete. Like, I won't vote for you now.
Swipe left.
So make sure.
I've had a couple interesting conversations with them.
Oh, you text them back?
Sometimes, depending
Nice.
depending on my mood, sometimes I'm like.
Who texts back? Like, what do they text back as the person?
No, never as the person. It's
okay.
because they say, hey, this is Elaine from the blah, blah, blah campaign. Like, hope we have your vote, blah, and sometimes I'll text back and be like, of course you have my vote. Or I'll say, like, actually, what?
Do you leave it at that, or do you really like?
Well, it depends. I mean, sometimes I.
Could you send me a picture?
Yeah. send nudes. No.
Listen, you texted me.
Yeah, exactly.
You started it.
Okay. I forgot what I was going to say because my short-term memory is shot. But I should stop saying that. Don't put that out in the universe.
Yeah. Your short-term memory is
I don't
fucking
mind
great.
that. Yes. I
should stop swearing so much because you have to bleep all these out.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. Nobody cares.
Okay.
It's okay. The one trend that I think is going to. I've seen it in 2020, and I'm like, oh, this is great, because I've noticed that people have done it, companies have done it with me, and it makes me feel freaking great.
What is
I think
it?
it's going to go explode. Is that I think companies from big to gigantic, from small to gigantic companies are interacting with people, whether they're clients, whether they're not, way more. Real personal effect stuff. So, for example, the other day I posted something and I think people are tagging companies because they want the attention of those companies and for whatever reason. But like, Rob, you'll tag Invisalign, right? I've tagged
Yep.
Invisalign 1,000 times.
Tag 'em right now.
You'll tag them right now. Boom, put those suckers in. You know what? They will repost. Particularly in stories. On the feed is a different thing. But in terms of stories or reels or things like that, companies are reposting and acknowledging people that are acknowledging them. And it is so freaking powerful. The fact that The Rock, right, got to be one of the biggest accounts on Instagram. The fact that he reposts average people's use of Terramana, the power of that it's exponential, unending, forever. And so many companies now, if you tag them in something, boop, within a few minutes or maybe even 24 hours because, somebody on their team is doing it, boom, you'll see yourself on their page. And I think that's going to happen more and more and more.
By the way, when are we going to do our Terramana video?
Whenever you want. You ordered the stuff, right? You got the stuff.
Yeah.
You drank it all?
I want to order one of, I think there's 3 of them.
Did you drink it all?
No, I had about half of it.
Is it this morning?
Yeah.
For breakfast.
Yeah, on the way here.
What-
Tequila
was it-
sunrise,
Don't drink
baby.
and drive.
I will edit this out, but was it good? Or?
No, it's great. You
It
don't
was
have to
good.
edit anything out.
All right.
It was actually the best tequila I've
good.
ever had.
Okay, good.
It's got a very
Did you drink it chilled?
just straight, not over ice, but no mixers or anything.
Yeah,
in it. Yeah, it's really good.
Well, there we have it.
But we're going to do it separately,
Yes,
through
it'll
No
be a
Bull.
separate thing.
But I think we should do it as us, like the video. Like,
Oh, yeah.
We should do it with something like this.
Yeah, for
Um,
sure. And then he'll repost it, I hope.
Yeah, we should do something cool where there's like a button where the bottle comes up through the middle of the table with like smoke.
Yeah. Oh, I can with a little lighting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I wonder if
Let's wait till the wall's done.
Yeah.
Ciao,
anybody out there has any
ciao.
ideas of how we could film a Terramana video that the Rock would repost. Leave it in the comments below.
Let us know. Hey,
Winner gets a free bottle of Terramana.
here's one for you guys.
We keeping you up, Al?
When
No.
you're done yawning.
I'm a mess today. Hot mess express.
Yeah.
So you guys are both involved in this in different capacities. Gig work,
Ooh.
Oh, gig
right?
Gig work,
So
baby.
you get gigs.
Gig
Couple
economy.
different
Story
ways.
of my life.
John, you are hiring some people, kind of like a gig, because not everybody at Good Monster is full time, right?
So like some freelancers, that
yeah.
kind of stuff.
Yep.
Formerly
So
known as subcontractor.
subcontractor,
Independent
1099,
contractor,
baby.
yeah.
So that is another trend that is going to start to grow as people are working remote.
Yeah.
Hey, we don't need a full-time person anymore. We can hire a freelancer for. I think it's going to go from not just the digital marketing and those types of industries, but to a lot of other places. So, hiring an executive assistant
Yep.
that works from home. If everything else is digital, that means your executive assistant can work from home, and you don't need them 40 hours a week because you're not in the office anymore. I mean, there's going to be countless examples of that, I think.
Upwork.com.
Oh, yeah.
Upwork.com is a site that actually I've been using for a decade now or more. It used to be called Odesk. Anyways, that's any like virtual job that you can do.
Yep.
They have a whole like network. It's like Indeed.com, but for gig work.
Huh.
So if you need a music track laid over a video,
So like
can
kind of
hire
like Fiverr, but a little more in depth.
more
Couple
professional.
notches up.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
higher quality people. Like you can there's people charging. There's lawyers on there charging $200 an hour. Literally anything that you can do that you don't physically need to be there
Yeah.
is on Upwork, and you can go and hire somebody from tech to voiceovers to lawyers to writers.
It's hard to get jobs on there, though. I'm on there.
Are you?
Yeah. And
It's hard.
It's hard to get the jobs because you're competing with so many people
Yeah.
that have the reviews.
Yep.
Right? It's the same concept. Like, as a person, you need the reviews.
By the way, we don't
Reviews.
hire anybody from Upwork without I don't want to say never, but 5-star reviews.
Yeah.
We filter out basically everything. So when we go
Yeah.
do a search, we like filter everything out. Must have 5 reviews or higher,
Mm-hmm.
and like that negates everybody else like you. Sorry,
So here's a cool gig. So
I
our
give you 5 reviews.
Yeah, great.
5 stars all day. Our guy, our homie Jake Van Ness, who always is watching
yeah.
and stuff. So
Jake.
he started this gig through working with another company and then independently, where people hire him to run their Zoom meetings.
Really?
Super cool.
Oh, like produce them?
Yeah.
Like you produce.
He's
the
a
live
back-end
podcast
Zoom
feed?
producer.
Oh, that's fantastic.
This way here, if something goes sideways or whatever, like he's got a copy of the deck. So if you're running your gig and it goes sideways, he's right there.
He's got it.
He's running it. He runs the deck. He runs the rooms. He does all of that stuff. So you as the
Wonder if we should
individual
have him do our live event.
only have to,
Potentially.
Anyways.
worry about what you're
We're not
worrying
using
about.
Zoom.
You know. So cool.
That's a cool gig.
shift, yeah.
Another big trend is more on the consumer side. Actually, it's not. It's not on the consumer side. This is on all. Is carbon neutral. So you guys have probably seen the Amazon Prime commercials, or maybe you haven't. I don't know. Amazon Prime's putting out a ton of commercials where they are interviewing actual employees that are scientists that are working to make Amazon carbon neutral by 2035 or something
Not seen
like
it.
that.
Haven't seen it.
So carbon neutral basically means like you have no negative
Carbon
impact
footprint.
on there's no footprint. Brushed away. Have no negative impact on the world, the globe, the environment. So they're aiming to do that. So they're doing all this electric trucks and planes that are zero emissions, all this kind of stuff. So this is a big trend in 2 ways. Number one, if you are working for a company out there that is larger, your company can save a shitload of money by going more green and carbon neutral because of tax credits and things like that you get for that. Some studies out there, I didn't pull any of them into this deck because there was too many, but some of them show that companies will actually save money by going these more efficient routes just in general. And on the consumer side, I just pulled this up here. New Zealand Ipsos AIG did a poll. 4 out of 5 people say climate change is an important issue for them, and 33% would choose to buy from brands over other ones that are doing environmentally good. So that's an outdated study. Actually, that was from Unilever a few years ago. But this is something that is actually winning over customers, winning over consumers, and trend is going to keep going. Whether you believe in global warming or not, enough companies are supporting it, enough of their employees are caring, and enough consumers are caring that is the direction the business community is going to go in. So definitely something to pay attention to, whether you're trying to look for cleaner operations, smoother operations, or winning over new customers. For instance, Jackson Jovie, when we were, last year, we were trying to figure out a way to make your jeans recyclable. Not literally throw them in a blue bin, but yeah, you're like, oh, that's a good idea. But actually, so we would send you your jeans in a bag. You'd wear them for however long you wanted to, and then if you grow out of them or they get the crotch blown out because you try to do 400-pound squats in them or something like that, you could put them back in the bag, send them back to us, and then we would recycle them. Haven't quite gotten there because recycling is pretty crazy, but
it is. I wonder how.
And then we'd ship you a new pair of jeans
for free.
No, but it would be a
big discount.
Big discount,
because you sent them in.
Yeah, we were it would almost be like a membership.
Yeah, trade in your old jeans, we'll recycle them, we'll send you a new pair for X amount of dollars.
You pay $20 a year, to be part of the membership, you can buy jeans at 20% off. If you're not a member, you buy full price.
Yeah.
And so you are a member for $20 a year. You can buy your jeans for 20% off after they are used, 10 years down the road or whatever. Then you put them, you send them back to us, and then you get you can buy a new pair of jeans on our website for like 50% off.
That's fantastic.
Who covers postage?
Haven't gotten there
I don't know
yet.
if we got there yet.
Okay.
I think we do.
Side note, we're all wearing Jackson Jovi jeans today.
We are.
Somebody got the memo, and every one of us. You can't see our pantaloons, but
Yeah.
they're
yeah?
matching. They're all matching.
Oh,
He's
they're
going
getting
for
up.
it. Somebody always stands up to show the vibe check.
Kaboom. There it is.
Slap.
You know my favorite
stickity.
part?
I love the purple.
Is this.
Oh, the cell
Can
phone
you guys see
pocket.
this?
You know
Cell
what?
phone.
I used to use it as a cell phone pocket. Now I use it as a mask pocket,
Ooh.
and I stuff my
Oh.
Wait,
mask.
where's
in
your
there.
phone go? Front pocket?
My regular pocket. Yeah.
See, after Jackson Jovi's, I cannot put my phone in my back pocket, my front pocket.
Now it's always there.
It's so uncomfortable to me.
Oh well,
I can't.
that's too bad.
How about voice search?
Everything.
Voice recognition.
What is this?
Yeah.
Right? So how many things, like, we don't have Alexa or Google anything in the house, but
That's too bad.
most homes do, My wife made me get rid of ours because she thought somebody was listening.
Is she a conspiracy theorist?
She's like, I think they're listening to us.
Oh, she's
I'm
right.
like, guess
know-
what?
They are listening.
They already knew everything they wanted to know.
Yeah.
I
They're
literally,
not getting it through there. They're getting it through her cell phone,
Yeah.
anyways.
I verbally abuse my Alexa. Like, we are in a toxic relationship.
Whoa.
You
And-
dirty hoe.
I verbally abuse. Yeah, like when and this makes me sound real bad, but I do. Because like when she talks out of turn,
Oof. You're gonna get
That's-
some comments on
she
that
is
one.
gonna. I know.
So this ties in. By the way, I just realized why you thought Al was going to talk about the Blue Fountain Media Study.
Yeah?
That
Why?
actually says AI on the document.
And that threw me off guard because I was like, bro, I am not prepared for this Blue Fountain Media.
Oh,
milkshake.
there it is. Yep.
AI, artificial intelligence. Sorry, I should have written
Not
that.
AL.
For those of you listening or watching, we're on a show notes document where we have all these research studies that we did and homework. And AI looks a lot like Al.
You're off the hook.
Thank
So-
God.
You don't have to
I'll
talk
pick up-
anything
I'll
about
help-
progressive
I'll help you
leadership
out.
today.
I'll
just
help-
touch me.
I'll help you out. The Blue Fountain Media study found that 60% of people are fine with Al. No, just kidding. 60% of people are fine with AI. Like, it's part of our lives.
Oh, I
Like, they
love
don't
it.
think it's going to take over the world and kill us all.
I love it.
They don't love
Bull.
it. They don't hate it. They're just like, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
26% feel great about it.
Oh.
They love all the stuff artificial intelligence is
That's
doing.
me. Yeah.
So, voice, Alexa, Siri,
All of it.
Google Home, all of those are some sort of AI. But
Yeah.
there's a bunch of other crazy shit that AI does also. Like IBM's Watson is something that
Ooh.
most people don't know what it is, but there's commercials all the time. It basically is AI, and it helps all sorts of industries, computer programs,
Really?
just sort of like learn and keep going and doing a lot of like the computing that normally humans would do before.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of shit runs on Watson. Stuff that we're probably using right now, we don't even know it, is running, with some AI behind it. That coffee,
Yeah.
is that running on AI?
It is. It regenerates. I'm waiting for it to fill back up.
That would be
Wouldn't
something.
that be something? Gosh.
I think there should be an Alex as well as Alexa. That way there Al wouldn't get in trouble when he starts,
Abusing her.
abusing.
Just call
Alexa.
her Al.
She wa-
I wonder if you can program.
Hey Al.
you can
Hey,
you
Al.
can change her to
Yeah,
call
you
her
can-
different things and
It can be a male.
but there's
Oh, can
it's a
it?
limited
So
yeah.
can Siri.
You have
Siri
a,
can be an English dude.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
done that before.
I like the Australian guy.
Do you?
Yeah, we're friends.
Lindsay likes the proper English guy.
Really?
Yeah. She's like, I just like talking to
I
him.
don't know. I think it's
You call him Jeeves?
Ask Jeeves.
I think it's the I just think it's the best thing ever. Like the fact that shit listens to me and like if I'm talking about, whatever, like
It's the only time Al gets a captive audience
no-
without his saxophone
nobody
in his hand.
listens to me. And I love the fact
That's
that
not
like,
true. We
it-
listen to you. We don't have a choice. You're in our headphones
Exactly.
Stop. Make it stop. Make
Mommy
it stop.
issues.
right now. So let me ask you guys. Let me ask you guys this question. let's say AI keeps taking over everything, and so like we don't have to do much, and then everything that we go and hire other people to like tell us what to do, AI starts doing that. Is there anything?
Give me an example.
Is so one is medical doctors.
Oh.
AI is started like
Struck a nerve
the
there.
Apple Watch, the newest one,
yeah.
is like telling you certain things about your
Metrics.
body. Like that's all, becoming more and more and more
Right.
and more.
Did you buy one yet?
Is there a limit? Not yet. Is there a limit to when you need a human being in your life? Can you think of anything? Like
Yes.
Tell us, Al.
Like, what if robots start serving you food at restaurants?
I would be fine with that.
And they learn what you like, and they just bring you your food when you come in.
I would be fine with that. I think
It's every
that-
introvert's dream.
Yeah, I don't have to talk to anybody.
Yeah, I know. I think that when it comes to things that are extremely emotionally charged, right? So like healthcare, when you go to a doctor, and doctors make mistakes all the time. Like they make very human mistakes.
That's the argument.
And robots don't.
That's
well,
the argument.
Or
do
they?
Well, right, but I think that
They make a lot less.
They make a lot less mistakes, but I think there's this emotional piece as humans that unifies us all that we can never have with an artificially intelligent entity.
Yeah.
Because that's not human. So it could be the most accurate thing, and I would suspect that a human would trade accuracy for a fundamental human bond with somebody else, even knowing that the accuracy is probably lower.
Yeah.
But because that connection needs to be there for a certain level of comfort, I think that no one will ever fully make the trade.
The Blue Fountain Media study agrees with you. 87% of people said they would trust a human doctor diagnosis over AI.
There you go.
So here's
That's a vast
sidebar
majority.
question.
I didn't even read the article. Say that.
Do you have a hard time taking advice from a doctor that is not in like physically great shape?
Yes, I do.
Depends on the kind of doctor.
If you're going to your regular doctor to get
general
a general
practitioner?
A general
checkup,
practitioner, yeah.
it's like, oh, well, John, your heart rate's this, your blood pressure's
And
this.
he's
Oh,
like-
by the way, you're a fat ass and you need to lose like 30 pounds. You're overweight, John.
Yeah, so I'm bad because I haven't gone to a GP in like a decade.
That is
I
very
just-
upsetting to me.
November 23rd, I'm going.
Oh, me too.
Are you?
The same day.
Oh,
doc-
you
what's
guys
your
can go
doctor?
together.
Dr. Croglio,
No.
Kraus internist.
No. Look at that. That's the first
Wait, you're
time
going
in
to an
literally
internist?
probably a decade.
An internist, yeah.
That's your GP?
Yeah.
Is an internist.
Yeah.
You see where this is going?
I don't.
Nope.
Where is this?
I think Al's trying to get like a 2-for-1 deal.
No.
Hey, as long as I'm here, Doc, could you check out boom, 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 and boom?
Oh.
Because you know me, Doc. Like,
Absolutely. Dude, absolutely. I'm a nutcase when it comes to this stuff. Like
How often do you go to the doctor?
Well, I go once a year because
Oh.
that's all my
Okay.
insurance will allow me to go.
Okay.
If it has to be a year and a day, or
Yearly
they don't pay
checkup?
for it. Yeah, I go once a year. I have them check everything. But I'm nuts. Like I told you this morning, I had my doctor check me for like HIV and AIDS, and he was like, "Yeah, like I know your history. Like, do you have any reason to think that you have this?" And I'm like, "No, I do
Just
not.
want to check the box.
I haven't been with anybody or at any.
Do you get
risk.
blood work done?
Oh yeah, dude,
I-
full scope, like everything.
oh, yeah.
Like
all
like
the things. I
checking
check.
for
They
what,
take
like
so
cancer
much-
levels or like whatever the.
Well, no, but I check for like.
what-
Wait, you do all that blood work and you don't get checked for cancer?
Well, because it's part of. It's like.
Make
It's-
sure you ask.
That's what I'm.
fuck.
Al's going right now to his.
Dude, I will leave this table.
Yeah,
right
make sure
now.
you ask for that panel.
Well,
It's usually a specific ask.
Why would? But they're gonna say, "Why do you think you have cancer?" I'm gonna be like, "I don't think I
Precautionary.
I think doesn't certain insurance though
won't pay for that
if
shit
you
without-
don't have a reason,
Yeah, like they won't.
Yeah, you got to check with your.
like family history or
Well-
something like that. Otherwise, if you don't, if you're just random, like I just want to check for all this stuff, like I don't think
So-
they'll cover
And the other thing is that my buddy's
some insurance.
my buddy's a doctor, and he's like, and he knows how I am.
but
and,
you don't
you
go
know-
to see him?
Well, he lives in Connecticut, and
Ah.
he's a not that
Different kind of doctor.
Yeah, he's not gonna be like, "Al, put your pants down."
It's just hard to find good friends like that today, Al.
Anyway, this is so off topic, which is whatever, but I get like thyroid, real testosterone, hormone levels, stuff like that. But if I say, hey, I want to be, my buddy was like, listen, don't go poking around. Like, he goes, if you go searching for shit, you're going to find it.
Yeah.
Like, that's
Something.
how right, something. Except the problem is they can't like fully see it. So just the way that you look at your skin, right? Everybody looks at their skin. We all have like little marks or like moles or little things like birth things, right? Markings on
Right.
your body. He goes, the inside of your body is the exact same. There's like random bullshit markings that never create a problem. But the problem is if you go searching and you go scanning, they're going to see those things and they're like, oh, what's that? And what's that? And it's going to take you down a dark hole of like misery.
I think there's got to be some, like for me, like I need to pay attention to melanoma. Like I am whiter than white.
You do. You get
And
a
I got a
skin check
little
every year.
thing
Oh,
growing on my
Jesus
back here,
God.
so I'm gonna go and get it scooped out because I used to have one right here, and they take literally it's an ice cream scoop, like a tiny
God,
one,
That'd be sick.
and the and the outside of the scoop is
Yeah.
is all
Razor.
blade.
Yeah.
And they just go in, they go and scoop it right out.
Yep.
But I need to get checked for that kind of stuff because
Yes, once a year skin check.
yeah.
Al gets so many blood works done, they have to give him a pint back when they're.
Oh.
I know, right? I'm in I have a membership program to the doctor.
Yeah, pint in, pint
for
out.
every 5
all right,
vials.
we digress.
Let's be done.
One more point
Gotta
on
go to
the
the
on
doctor.
the artificial intelligence thing is, and I'm all in with this one. 41% of people wanted humans to be a part of the customer service process, and doesn't want AI to take that over.
100%.
I wholeheartedly agree.
100%.
I think that that's one of the best things that a company can do is to figure out a way, no matter how much it costs to a certain degree, is to have humans a part of the customer service process. Because if you put somebody through click 1 to do this,
Oh,
click 2 to
God.
do this, and another one is Facebook Messenger, you can program that to be your customer service bot. And that is good for general questions. Like if
Yes.
you have a question, hey, I'm John, I'm, Schmorshins
Looking
bot.
for love.
Like, are you interested in our product? Yes or no? Da, da, da. Like, that's okay for that. But if I have a problem that I need an answer to,
Yep.
you should have an option to talk to a person. Figure out a way to do it
Yeah.
because you will make so many people angry.
That is so important to me that I would actually pay a fee to guarantee
Me too.
that I would be in an exclusive club that could always contact customer service or support a tech.
Yep.
I would pay. I literally would pay.
The businesses that do that, because there are like software programs where you get the basic version, you get
Yeah,
the premium
yeah.
version, then you get the platinum. You get the platinum, you get like concierge service. That a lot of times is worth it
Oh my
because you can pick up the phone, call somebody, and they're like, "Oh, sorry, this thing's wrong. Let me fix it for you."
Yeah.
The time and headaches that save. Like just now when we were trying to figure out why we couldn't hear anything
you
on our
imagine
headphones.
if I
Can you
could've
imagine if you
called?
picked up your cell phone or text?
Yeah.
If you were just like you texted the
Hey Tim
yeah.
from Focusrite.
What's up, Tim? Can't do. Oh, you just do this, and this.
Oh, all right. See you, Al. Oh,
That would be worth
AI.
$100 a month.
One more, I think, is a good one to finish on. Employee happiness and culture matter. Everything we talked about today is a change either because of COVID or the economy or both or remote workforce, gigging, whatever, like all of that stuff. If you are not paying attention to the employee happiness, the culture, the empathy that you're dealing with your workforce with, your shit is going to go sideways super quick
yeah.
if it hasn't already. So figure out now. It's we're recording this in early November. You've got 60 days to get your shit together. Get a game plan in place. Do not wait until January. Like have the kickoff meeting or the last week of the year. Spend that time with your family. Prepare now for what your game plan looks like for next year.
Yeah.
Talk to your employees. Find out what's going on while you can still make a chance. Because guess what? As the election happens, as all these other things start to change and shift, jobs are going to become open, and your people that are pissed off and not happy are going to move and leave. You're still going to have a shitty culture problem, and now you don't have the people with you.
Yeah. Nice. I want to pop one in here because I think it's very relevant to our show, if you don't mind, before we leave, and that's like vulnerability and honesty and leadership in business in general, right? So we talk all the time about mindset and mental health and empathy and treating people right, and that is a widely accepted part of business now as we move through the times. We have Shay Rowbottom, who's coming to speak at our conference in April about vulnerability and how she basically built her entire business around it, being honest. And we're starting to see that empathy is coming from the top of some of the biggest companies. Salesforce is one with Mark Benioff, I think his name is. Huge public billion-dollar company where he is focused on treating his employees right and doing the best he can to try to do the best he can for the environment and everything like that. And just Richard Branson's another one who actually, before it was even like the cool thing to do, has been building his conglomerate by caring about his employees.
Yeah.
And John Paul DeJoria is another one who we've mentioned.
Every
Paul
time you say
Mitchell.
that, I think of DiGiorno Pizza. I can't help
It's not
it.
delivery.
Sure.
He did Paul Mitchell Systems and
Yeah.
the founder of Patron Tequila.
Oof.
And he used to spend, very interesting article I won't go into, but he used to spend, he still doesn't answer emails or do any tech or anything. What he spent his time doing was flying around to the salons that would carry Paul Mitchell products and just going in and like meeting and seeing how they're doing and how are you doing? How are our products? Like the little tiny salons.
Oh
like
my
that
gosh.
literally how he spent 80%
That's
of
awesome.
his time. So this is a trend because it's starting to become cool, and we're starting to talk about it. People are starting to talk about it. The dictatorship businesses are sort of going by the wayside.
Kindness is cool.
But this is something that everyone out there, you should make sure you pay attention to. And if you're not practicing it and you're a leader, you need to start. If you're an employee and your leader is not practicing it, you might want to start looking elsewhere because it's the way of the world. It's the right thing to do.
Yep.
Awesome. Good show with the new equipment.
I dig
Really
it. It
sounds
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 good, right?
so great.
Like this was good. I
fantastic.
think we wanted to talk more to each other because
We
it
did.
sounded so tasty.
Also, I feel like we're more engaged with. Stop doing that right now.
ASMR. That freaks me out. It's like foot fetish shit bullshit for the mouth.
Yeah. Should all just get Big Macs and unwrap it
Oh,
and start eating it.
God, how fantastic.
We would gain a whole lot of new followers.
Oh, my God.
Not the kind we want, though.
Side hustle.
All right, everyone. Don't forget, we are here every Tuesday and Thursday. Well, not here, but we are live for our live show every Tuesdays. YouTube,
Yes, definitely.
now Periscope,
YouTube, Facebook.
Twitch, and Facebook.
Yes, on the live show.
We're definitely on on the live show. We're definitely on YouTube and Facebook live Tuesdays at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I believe we're going to hit up Twitch and Periscope
For
here real
sheezy.
soon.
And technically, we could potentially be on our own website if we wanted that.
Ooh, cool.
So if you just wanted to host the live, go to our website and you'll see us. That is very possible.
Check our website. We might be on No Bull Company. Nope.
Whatever.
Yes,
Yeah.
we might be on nobullcompany.com. So YouTube is the place to go, though. And then we're here every Thursday. We're here doing these studio shows every Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We get a little ridiculous, and we do stuff like
Here,
this.
here.
So go subscribe to our YouTube. That's the whole point of that
That's
whole
the
entire thing.
Yeah.
So that's a wrap, everyone. Until next time. Whoa.
Cheers to that.
We gotta get used to these.
I gotta get this contraptions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheers to life and business. May we prosper in both.
Good.